Good night, good night, good night. Buenas noches, todos. Malabakab, todos, todos, todos. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Belizeans, my friends, we welcome you back once again to We Got You Back. We Got You Back. Remember that program? The Orange Walk Citizens Advisory Committee is heading it. It's part of it, okay? If you can remember, ladies and gentlemen, in 2005, we had a group that we call the Police Citizen Liaison Committee, and that was changed into the Orange Walk Coalition Committee. The last time we met, we spoke about the Orange Walk Coalition Committee. Tonight, we have a new committee. It is called the Citizens Advisory Committee. They all do the same work. They all do the same work, but we try to make it closer and closer between the police department and the citizens of Orange Walk and Belize. We want to welcome you because tonight we have very special guest that I want to present to you all, so we can have a close communication with them, close contact, to have a safer Orange Walk, a safer Orange Walk with the police department and the citizens of Orange Walk, to have a good liaison, that they can talk to one another, they can trust one another. Sometimes the people are afraid to meet the police, but that not all the time too, okay? That's why we have what we call the Citizens Advisory Committee to help us bridge you to the police, all right? But tonight we're going to hear from these gentlemen who spearhead the police department in Orange Walk, and we have one that spearheads both Orange Walk and the Corozal district. And it's my pleasure to present them to you tonight, along with the new chairman of the Citizens Advisory Committee, who you will meet in a little while. Okay? Now, may I ask, I want to begin to ask our superintendent here in Orange Walk, in charge of Orange Walk, Superintendent Juanito Cocom, to introduce himself. Superintendent, can you introduce yourself, please?
Good night, televiewers or listeners. My name is Juanito Cocom, Superintendent of Police. You may all know me. I've been here heading the Orange Walk Police Formation for the 4 years now. So I'm not new to this area. 4 years I've been in the helms of this district.
Thank you, Superintendent. So you have an idea of our superintendent here in Orange Walk. Now, may I turn to one who is in charge of both the Orange Walk and the Corozal district, and he is the senior superintendent for the Northern Regional area, for this area, no? And may I present to you Senior Superintendent Gualberto Garcia. Superintendent, please.
Good night, everybody. As mentioned, my name is Gualberto Garcia. I'm a Senior Superintendent of Police, and I am currently the Northern Regional Commander. That only means that I am the person in charge of the entire Northern region, so I am the person who overlooks the policing of both Orange Walk and the Corozal district at this time.
Superintendent, before I go further, do people have direct contact with you? Can they have direct contact with you, like how they have with Mr. Juanito?
Definitely, sir. Ever since, I have always had what I refer to as an open doors policy. Whenever I am available, anybody that needs to have a word with me for whatever problem that they might be having with anything that might be affecting them, I am readily available for them. Whenever they come to the office, they don't need to make any appointment. And my phone number also is available to anybody who wants to call me, and so that I can see how best I can assist our people.
And that covers Orange Walk and Corozal
Both districts, yes,
Both
sir.
districts. Okay. Anytime?
Anytime.
Okay, Superintendent.
My phone cannot be turned off.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. We're in the month of September, ladies and gentlemen. Estamos en el mes de septiembre celebrando el Día de Liberación de Independencia de Belice. And we are about to reach the 21st of September, which is, I think, next week, so more or less. And there are many activities that you have been listening to, watching, or participating in Orange Walk and other districts, in the villages and so on. And it all takes a lot of planning, a lot of support, especially from the police, when it comes to safety, security, and peace in the town. I would like to ask Superintendent if there are any special measures you are taking during these celebrations, Superintendent.
Good night once again. Before we go further, a lot of people are always complain about the phone lines at the Orange Rock Police Station, that it's difficult to get. The police station now has a smart telephone, and its number is 654-3727. Please, 654-3727. Thank you.
So they can call anytime.
Anytime, yes, yes. Yes, we will. The September celebration calls for a lot of enforcement. So, as it is right now, we have set up our operational orders to include hefty enforcement for this 20, starting from, we initiated from the inception of the month. As you may know, the celebration commences early or late August. So since then, we have had this operation order into
Yes,
effect.
yes, yes. Okay. Any requests from any groups for special protection?
Yes, as it is, our police headquarters is supplementing with few bodies that will assist us in policing the 20th and the 21st here in Orange Rock. We have support from our police headquarters, and that will include some uniformed personnel as well as specialized areas, specialized units, to include the Special Patrol Unit, the MI3, and the MIT.
Superintendent, for example, the children's rally that comes this Friday, the police will be out with the children?
We will be there in full force. My entire staff will be out there. My entire staff and a portion of other support will be out there. We are very cognizant that our children need our support as well, and we know how they're very
They can't keep still. not true?
exactly. fidgety and,
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So we'll be out there in full force.
And there will be hundreds and hundreds of
Yes,
those children
we'll
from all the
have
schools, no?
schools from all across the district, I believe. So
Yes.
we'll have that support over
Many,
there
many,
in
yeah.
numbers, police numbers, and believe you me, not only in numbers but in hearts and minds and spirit out there.
Very good. The children, and the schools, and the teachers deserve that. Superintendent, is there any word of advice or caution about drinking?
As you may know, most of our problems are caused by the abuse of alcohol. So we also advise persons to keep away from that liquor. That liquor is no good. And especially those who cannot control it. A lot of our problems stems because of the abuse of alcohol. However, we'll be out there enforcing all these offenses against the Liquor Act.
Superintendent, I want to ask a very delicate and serious question. When somebody is abusing the alcohol and he's losing control of himself or herself, will the police caution them or really deal with them the correct way, as the law calls for?
You have to enforce it, as you said, you have to enforce it, because just by giving a pat on their shoulder,
Yeah.
that will be of no help. Because remember, when you are abusing the alcohol, some of your senses are gone. So, and that is the time you take to, you feel man, you feel brave, you want to do whatever against anybody. So,
And some say, oh, the police are my friend, they never do me nothing.
Exactly.
What do you say about that to those?
not this time.
Not this time.
Yes.
Okay.
Be very stringent in terms of these offenses against the abuse of alcohol.
Abuse of alcohol. Huh? You remember that accident that happened here in Orange Rock 2 or 3 years ago when that man was run down by the back wheel of the vehicle? They went to pick up something, rum or something.
I cannot recall because I was not working
not
at
yet.
that time, but I have heard about it and things like this. That's why we have a lot of enforcement. We have police traveling along these floats to ensure, not just walking, but to see the environment, to see things like this, to avoid things like these. To be vigilant out there, to see if anything, to prevent anything then.
A word of advice for the drivers of those big vehicles, please.
Yes, as we may know, these are experienced driver. However,
Yes.
we will have police close to where they're driving so they could guide them along the road.
All right. Okay. Okay. Superintendent, you have something?
Also, in regards to what we're speaking at this moment, I believe that it is a fact that we, the police, will be out there in full force. We will do our best to ensure that we have a peaceful event. But most importantly, the people must realize that they also have a responsibility. The police cannot be there all the time
Okay.
speaking to you over and over for you to behave like a decent human being. Whenever we have these events, for some reason, everybody, like, they lose their senses and they want to do everything that they want to do. So all I ask you people is for you to be responsible, and if you reduce the consumption of alcohol, you will be able to think a little bit more before you do anything that will lead to you or somebody else getting hurt.
It's a time of celebration. It's a time of joy. So they should keep it that way and kind of control, as you asked, that they control that supply of alcohol.
Exactly. We understand that
yeah.
everybody, maybe because of the pandemic, everybody was locked in.
Yes.
But now this is the first time that we will be going out there. So we expect that there will be big crowds and there will be a lot of action. The police will be there, as Mr. Kokom has mentioned. We will be getting support from our headquarters in Belmopan. But like I said, I am also asking our people who will be going out there to be considerate of themselves, of others as well. But most importantly, please be responsible.
Yes, sir.
We implore, do not bring pints. Do not bring your liquor in pints out there because we will be removing it from you. Because remember, pint could become a weapon
They can drink in cups.
in cups.
Can they drink in tins? Also,
Not in pints.
some people are saying, "Oh, we don't get pint, we can get tins, beer in tins." It's available and they can get it. No, so that's okay. All right, okay. So it's yes.
And also, we don't want any hindrance along the roads of the parades. We don't want anybody to be hindering these activities because we have time set up to conclude these events.
Okay. So, what about the dancers in the route itself? Any word of advice for them? Those who are in the dances, in the groups and so on, the carnival and so on.
Like how I told you,
Yeah.
we have police all along the road, so police will be there to safeguard them all along the road on both sides.
Okay.
On both sides.
Okay. Okay. Superintendent, about Garcia, in Corozal, is there any big problem concerning a lot of drinking during those days, especially the big parade on the 21st,
I think that for these days, the entire country
the entire country? No?
steps up on the drinking. It is a sad situation because alcohol causes a lot of damage in the family, in the society. It is something that is very damaging, but we cannot stop it. People want to have some fun and they believe that they can have a little bit more fun whenever they are drinking. But definitely we do have the problem as well in Corozal. It is a problem there. It's a problem here in Orange Walk as well. In fact, it is a problem that we almost have to deal on every single day. Every single day, both in Orange Walk and Corozal, unfortunately, we have to be responding to incidents where people are causing problems amongst themselves, especially within their families, because of the consumption of alcohol, and it has to stop.
The rules, the laws against those actions, you policemen take it seriously, that those people guilty of such actions can stop it? Do they get serious on it or just
Unfortunately,
avoid
a lot of
it?
the times whenever we have these types of incidents, the person who is being aggrieved has to make a police report. But
Okay.
unfortunately, whenever the police arrives and the police deals with the situation, all of a sudden these people forget what has happened and they no longer want to proceed with any report, and as such the problem will always persist. So my advice to you, if you have been aggrieved by a family member, by your son, because unfortunately I have seen a lot of incidents where mothers are being attacked by daughters, by sons,
Oh,
and
my
it is a
goodness.
shame, it is embarrassing as far as I'm concerned, but it is a part of our society. But these persons have to put a stop to it, put a stand, and make an official police report so that these persons can be taken to the court for them to be dealt with appropriately.
Any cases now that are happening?
Almost
Not
every
much?
day,
Really?
we have at least 1 or 2 cases between both districts where alcohol-induced
Oh my
behavior requires the police assistance.
Okay, okay. At this point, I'm going to ask for a short break, and then we continue because we have another guest that we want to present to you all. So, could we have a break at this point, please?
Start your engines now for the National MSME Roadshow, geared towards building the resilience of MSMEs and developing a national MSME directory. Sign up for this 3-day event filled with intensive boot camps, presentations, MSME support and formalization clinics, pop-up shops, and more to help you develop and promote your business. The National MSME Roadshow will be in Corozal starting August 24th, Orinduak August 31st, Billy City September 7th, Punta Gorda September 14th, Key Cocker September 22nd, Belmopan September 28th, San Ignacio and San Heleno on October 5th, Dangriga October 12th, Placencia October 19th, and closes in San Pedro from October 26th. Learn more and sign up for the National MSME Roadshow by visiting the Beltrade Facebook page or call or WhatsApp us at 613-5139. And let's get your business on the road.
I met Alex on the plane. When I woke up in the morning, he was so alive.
I think they know you're lying.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
Everyone, including our elderly, needs to stay connected with their loved ones. With Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program, senior citizens can sign up for 10 megabytes of unlimited internet at a low monthly cost of $25. Citizens over 65 can sign up with a valid ID and receive free installation plus 1 month free on selected broadband plans. Visit a Smart showroom near you for more information on how you can enjoy Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program. Smart, bringing people together.
Stay hydrated, stay healthy. 100% natural juice. No added sugars, no preservatives. Big H, the juice of Belize.
Get her off that stage.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company. Connect, browse, and win with Centaur's September sweepstake. Every customer that updates their account to the month of September enters the sweepstake to win $3,000 cash. That's $3,000 for each branch. Make your summer more epic by becoming a lucky winner of Centaur's $3,000 September sweepstake. Prizes to be drawn on October 7th on the Despierta Belice Morning Show. Centaur's September sweepstake. Get in it to win it.
Bienvenidos otra vez. Welcome everybody. Let's continue listening to our superintendents explaining the situations, the measures that will bring safety and peace in the celebrations of our independence for the month of September. I want to ask one more question to them, what they have to say about road blocking or something like that when you're going through the parade and so on. Superintendent?
Yes, sir. From experience, we have seen where here in Orange Rock, there's this bad habit from people, drivers, that take out their vehicles very early in the morning on the 21st, and they just park these vehicles in the middle of the streets, and they leave them there and they go home, completely blocking streets all over the town. That is a no-no this time. We have been speaking with, or we have spoken already to the people at our town council with their transport officers, and we will be out there in full force. Tickets will be issued. We will be generating some revenue.
So they also will be out there?
Yes, sir, and our officers as well.
Okay.
So if you want to go there and park there and help us generate some revenue, you are welcome. Even more, our tow truck, the police tow truck, will be coming from Belize City.
Wow.
And these vehicles that are found blocking these roads will be towed at the owner's expense.
Okay.
For them to recover their vehicles, then they will have to pay a fee for them to get back their vehicles.
Okay.
So I am just asking you, please do the right thing. Everybody wants to have a good view, but not by you going there and causing blockages all over the town. Because whenever we have an emergency, it's a problem for the fire services, for the hospital ambulances, for them to move out and in and out of the town.
So you're asking all drivers, all citizens with vehicles to cooperate,
Exactly.
to have the streets open,
Cooperate.
so the traffic can flow easily in any given situations. Okay. Now at this point, I want to mention that we are here because of the Citizens Advisory Committee. The Citizens Advisory Committee has a guide where the members, we are right now about 16 members. We want more members. If you want to join us, you can join us. You can get in touch with any of the police and or myself or Mr. Chi or whoever is there to tell you more about it and when we meet. All right? Because it is something good that we have between, because it is the community and the police working together for a safer Orange Walk. I want to ask at this point Superintendent Juanito to come to tell us about this makeup of the Citizens Advisory Committee. What is it? Case? What is it? What is it?
As the word implies, Citizen Advisory Committee is actually a committee that acts as an advisory role to the police. It's a liaison between the police and the community.
Okay.
The police and all its other groups, the neighborhood watch groups and all community-orientated groups. It's just a liaison within both entities.
Neighborhood Watch Group falls under this advisory committee. True? This is like the one in charge of.
Yes, yes, yes. And I would want to say that many members, executive members of our neighborhood watch groups are members of the Citizen Advisory Committee.
Superintendent, and we have several groups now in the Orange Walk district who have formed their neighborhood watch groups. All right.
That is so right.
For example, we have a very active one right now, and that is the San Lazaro one.
San Lazaro is
You have San
one of
Lazaro,
the most
Trinidad.
active one. Kudos to them if they're listening.
Yes,
And San
yes.
Lazaro Neighborhood Watch, continue the good work, and we are there to support you, and we will be there to support you at all time, at all time.
The Otrovenke group also. We have
That's
a
right.
group here, Otrovenke one.
Otrovenke.
And then we have the Pasadita neighborhood watch.
Which
I am part of it.
you're part of it.
And let me inject here something that happened yesterday afternoon. One of our members, one of the executive members of the Pasadita neighborhood watch group, passed away yesterday. All right, all of a sudden, he went, no? He was a bit sick before, but all of a sudden he left. And that is, we all know him, Mr. Jaime Pelayo. Jim Pelayo, Jaime, James. He was a retired BDF soldier. I think he rose to the rank of high, who used to give the orders and whatnot. I don't quite remember that position, but it's a high ranking. All right. And then he retired, and he continued doing community work. He joined the first group that was formed in 2005 of the COP, Citizens on Patrol, that is tied with the neighborhood watch groups and with the local police here in Orange Walk. We were a group of about 8, 3, 6, 7 of us that were formed. We were trained here in Orange Walk for a week or so. And then we began getting out. Some people remember our persons around the town trying to help with the traffic and so on. No? So Mr. Jaime has left us. He will be at home tomorrow for his wake on Gristock Street. And then on Thursday, he will be buried. Yeah. If we would like to join, we can join and give him the last farewell to Mr. Jaime. He was once in a show here with us some years ago. He's very active, all right? And he also, I understand, he used to help with the Help Age group, helping the aged people in their meetings and so on, their celebrations, all right? So my condolences, or our condolences to the family of the late Jaime Pelayo. May he rest in peace, okay? Superintendent, can you tell us more about that, this Citizens Advisory? Who can join? Who can join?
A wide cross-section of the community could be part of this. The business community, representatives, church leaders, community members, law enforcement agencies, other relevant government agencies, etc.
And we meet once a month?
Once a month.
Once a month, okay.
Yes, to discuss very, very important issues.
So I would like to throw out an invitation to members of the community who would like to give some community service to Orange Walk, work along with the police, advise them, help them in their carrying out their work of protecting the citizens of Orange Walk, right?
Just don't sit there complaining about this crime here, crime there, crime there. Let's be part of the solution and not the problem.
Yeah, because a lot of us tend to criticize the police, but we don't know exactly what it is, right? These committees that have been formed, like this one, the Citizen Advisory Committee, gets to the point to understand how the police work, how the police department works and so on. All right? Remembering that they are humans. They are humans. We forget sometimes that, no?
There's a catalyst between the police and the committee, and as well the advisory committee see the wrongdoings of police, then it's brought to the attention of myself and the senior ranks, and we make a stance and deal with the problem rather than just the problem goes unnoticed or unreported.
Yes, yes. So a good communication will work.
And I also implore on village leaders to please, let's come together with these neighborhood watch groups, as it is within the rural area, only one is in effect, which is the San Lazaro. There was once one in Trinidad, but it has gone dormant, and likewise the Ewe Creek one. We want to revitalize all of these, and we come strong. Then we improve like villages like Guinea Grass, where there's a lot of problems.
Yes. Yeah, right.
We have a neighborhood watch. The leaders of those, if you're listening to this show, leaders, come forward. 614-3874 is my number. Just contact me and we will make a stance to create a neighborhood watch group in your community. It pays and it's very important. It helps a lot in keeping the peace within your community.
Superintendent, I understand that Trinidad is coming back again. I spoke to one of them the other day. They're coming back. I hope Ewe Creek gets a bit of courage and come up with it.
Agas Panridge, San Felipe.
Agas Panridge needs one right now.
Exactly. I have seen the new chairman is a very vibrant one. He needs.
I understand that he wants to form one also. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay then. And there are other groups that can be formed in Orange Tong.
That's right.
Not only one or two.
We have the Pasadita, the Otrobenque, San Lorenzo.
Yes. And we used to have the Castillo Alley one, remember? Yes. By the Palmar Road. Palmar. San Jose Palmar has one.
Another rural one, Palmar.
They have one, an active one too.
And in terms of neighborhood watch groups, these neighborhood watch groups, they do not only deal in terms of crime prevention, they deal a lot with social issues within their community. Lot of creating funds for needy people within the community, and that is very good. That's a very good social support.
They also assist the police in finding solutions for some of the problems in the
That's right, and that
in
is
the area, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Because they tend to have closer links with the police for the police to move faster, respond faster in these situations. Okay, all right. Superintendent, anything big, Superintendent Garcia, anything big you have in mind that you want the people to know, to work together? You have called for a lot of cooperation during these days of celebration, but overall, more, what else can people do?
One of our biggest things in the police department is community policing. Community policing is a new concept that has been introduced here in Belize. However, community policing has been in existence from the 1950s. There was this fellow, Sir Robert Peel, who is considered the father of community policing.
Okay.
He is the one who came up with the idea that the police is the public and the public is the police. We have to work hand in hand. That is why we always believe that without the community, we cannot do what we are paid to do. Because we as police officers, contrary to the public, we are the ones who are paid to provide law enforcement to the community where we serve. But one of the biggest concerns that we have is crime. And everybody that is affected by crime, everybody who lives in fear of crime or even in fear of being a victim of crime needs to put his or her sand, a grain of sand, to assist us in dealing with the situation. Because if a crime is committed, they come and they make the report to us. But our resources are so limited, we have to conduct our investigations. And for us to be able to completely do a police investigation, for it to be successful, we need witnesses. We were not there when the crimes were committed. It is the same people who were there, who are the witnesses. And if they cannot come forward and assist us, then it defeats the purpose, because we cannot do it on ourselves. So all I'm asking is that for the community to get more involved. Like we mentioned, we have the Citizens Advisory Committee now. We have been inviting the persons to come forward, because I believe that everybody who lives in their communities, it is normal for you to want the best for your community, the best for your neighborhood, the best for your family, for your kids. And the only way how you can do that is for you to providing your little grain of sand, you know, for us to be able to give you the best service that we can. If we do not know what is the problem affecting your immediate community, then we cannot know how to assist you. But if you become a member of the CAC, or you become a member of a neighborhood watch in your community, in your village, or in your area of your town, then you can come forward to us and tell us what is your problem. Maybe there's a group of young guys who are harassing the students after school that when they pass at a certain area. We cannot know that. If the community does not come forward and tells us something like this, we cannot act. And this problem will persist and might even get bigger until something really bad happens. So community policing is the way to go. And I ask you that you see us differently. I know that the police always gets the bad rap. We always have the bad reputation.
Yeah, right.
But I just want to ask you and tell you that we are not all bad. We have bad police officers. We cannot run from that. But most of us, or the majority of us, have the betterment of our community at heart, because I believe that all of us want the betterment for our own kids. So the day of tomorrow, when I leave this department, I want to ensure that my own kids can go from my house to the school to the store without any fear that anything will happen to them. And I believe that everybody in the community wants that they can live a good, happy life where they do not live with the fear of crime. But it is a work that has to come as a combination, the police and the community working together for a safer Belize.
So we need to be vigilant in
Yes,
our daily life.
we have to take care of each
maintain
other.
this liberty,
Yes,
this
yes, sir.
freedom
Yes, sir.
that we need, that we have.
It's not everything the police.
Right,
Like I said, yes, we are paid to do that, and a lot of people say, yes, but it is your job. Yes, it is our job.
Like the police can't do
But
everything.
we can't
though.
do everything. We cannot be there every time. If you decide to drink and get drunk and then drive with your whole family from point A to point B and you flip and you kill your wife
Oh,
or your
my
husband or your kid, how can you blame us? We try to stop it. But like I said earlier, it also comes with your own responsibility.
Right. So those are steps that we can do to have a safer community. All right.
Sure.
To be serious in what we do. All right. Now I just want to invite the public that if they have any questions to ask the superintendents, you may call this number 666-3468. 666-3468. 666-3468. Pueden llamar si gustan, si quieren llamar, hacer una pregunta a los oficiales de policía aquí, llamando al número 666-3468. Cualquier pregunta que quieran hablar o preguntar, saber más, qué pueden hacer, a dónde ir y cosas así, pueden llamar libremente esta noche, por favor. So you feel free to call at any point during our talk here. Okay. Now I want to ask for one more break for us to bring in our next guest, please.
Start your engines now for the National MSME Roadshow, geared towards building the resilience of MSMEs and developing a national MSME directory. Sign up for this 3-day event filled with intensive boot camps, presentations, MSME support and formalization clinics, pop-up shops, and more to help you develop and promote your business. The National MSME Roadshow will be in Corozal starting August 24th, Oindwap August 31st, Belize City September 7th, Punta Gorda September 14th, Key Cocker September 22nd, Belmopan September 28th, San Ignacio and San Helena on October 5th, Sangria October 12th, Placencia October 19th, and closes in San Pedro from October 26th. Learn more and sign up for the National MSME Roadshow by visiting the Beltrade Facebook page or call or WhatsApp us at 613-5139. And let's get your business on the road.
I met Alex on the plane. When I woke up in the morning, he was so alive.
I think they know you're lying.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
Everyone, including our elderly, needs to stay connected with their loved ones. With Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program, senior citizens can sign up for 10 megabytes of unlimited internet at a low monthly cost of $25. Citizens over 65 can sign up with a valid ID and receive free installation plus 1 month free on selected broadband plans. Visit a Smart showroom near you for more information on how you can enjoy Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program. Smart, bringing people together.
Stay hydrated, stay healthy. 100% natural juice. No added sugars, no preservatives. Big H, the juice of Belize.
Get her off that stage.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company. Connect, browse, and win with Centaur's September sweepstake. Every customer that updates their account to the month of September enters the sweepstake to win $3,000 cash. That's $3,000 for each branch. Make your summer more epic by becoming a lucky winner of Centaur's $3,000 September sweepstake. Prizes to be drawn on October 7th on the Despierta Belize Morning Show. Centaur's September sweepstake. Get in it to win it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bienvenidos otra vez to our last segment of this show that we are presenting by the Citizens Advisory Committee of Orange Walk. And tonight we have the Presidente, we have a new Presidente, and that is somebody we all know, you all know. He's a retired principal, teacher, very active, you all know him, very nice person. And I want to present Mr. Julian Chi. Mr. Chi, can you present yourself, please?
Thank you, Mr. Mandy, and good night, everybody. Listeners and viewers, my name is Julian Chi. Everybody knows me, I guess. And I have been working and very active in various institutions. Now, Well, first of all, I want to give God the glory as a Christian country that we are. And secondly, I want to give thanks to my beloved people who believe that I have the skills and what not to do what I am involved with, which is a passion actually to serve our community. Thank you, Mr. Mandy, as I know you, Mr. Mandy, for being that leader, our president, our chairman. You have been very instrumental in this institution, and you have done a wonderful job. Actually, you're my mentor, if I can put it that way. I'm learning from you. As the vice chairman, then since Mr. Mandy, due to health reasons, is stepping down, I am taking over for a while until we can find a chairman. And so I'll be working, trying to lead and doing what needs to be done. So with that, I would want to say, join us and be with us, because we want our community to be safer. Honestly, sincerely, we want our community to be safer. And in the older days, we can walk the streets whatever time, and nothing. But now it has changed.
And that is important, Mr. Chi, that we can have the assurance of walking safely in the streets of Orange Walk or the villages. But we have to be, as I said earlier, we have to be vigilant all the time, all right? Especially working along with the police department of the town, of the district, the villages, and so on, right? At this point, you remember Mrs. Cornejo, Bernadette?
Yes, I do. Well, she's a fellow colleague, no?
Yes.
In Educator.
Yes. Very soon, she will be joining us in this show also. She wants to come here, but because of her health, right now she's taking it easy to recover well, right? And we want to give her our condolences for the loss of our baby son, no?
Son, yeah.
Okay. But one day she will come back to us again and give us some of our bright ideas that she has, very good ideas, working ideas, all right, Mrs. Cornejo. Okay. Mr. Chi, how can we invite more people to join us? Because we need more people.
Definitely. As was rightly mentioned by our OC, that we need a cross-section of our community.
Okay.
That includes educators, business people.
What about church leaders?
Definitely.
We need them to know.
Definitely we need, and you see, everybody has a perspective of what needs to be done, different ideas, and I would even put it as well that we are, if I may, we are the older heads, right? Then we have those that are in the 40s, 30s, and we need students. They have some brilliant ideas. Why not involve them and have them in something that is positive?
They are a big majority right now.
I would even suggest, and this is just my idea, just brainstorming on my own. We can have children listening to the program and seeing what is being done and change that mindset that we have. And it's a culture that has developed, and that can be changed. And again, I have some ideas about that's part of education for life.
The young people right now, Maestro, are a majority in all of our society, in all of our communities. All right? So they need to have a voice or something where they can work for the good and the betterment of our community. All right? Because they're so active, they're so full of life, they have ideas. Well, let's help them to channel those good, strong ideas for the good and safety of our community. All right?
Definitely.
Like students from the junior college, they are leaders, but you have to find them out.
Yes, definitely.
Out, you know?
And this is where they can get involved and make a change. It's a voice in our community. An agent for change, they can be the catalyst.
Because they know what is coming, no? They know what is coming as they are preparing themselves for that. Right? When we go, they take over.
Definitely.
Right? They become the leaders of
Definitely.
tomorrow, as we say, no? But they need to begin now. Now. All right? So when they reach maturity age, they can join us and help our community. The police can't do everything. Let's face it, man. They can't do everything. So they need the help and the hand of the community, the neighborhood watch, through the neighborhood watch groups, through the COPs, the cops, through other trained groups that can help the police and help our society, help our communities. All right, because we have to be little leaders in our communities to help us have peace where we are. All right. Do you see any problem, Mr. Chi? Do you see any problem brewing up in our community that now we can step on it, step down on it? Any problem that you think is coming up, and nobody is doing anything about that? Anything?
We see people or children roaming late at night, and that has been addressed by our the commander,
yes,
and previous,
that's right,
in talk shows like that. You mentioned, or somebody mentioned in a talk show way back, whereby they said you turn it around and you say, children, do you know where your parents are? Rather than parents, where do you know where your children are?
Yeah, right.
And that kind of thing. I want to say that yes, we have some honorable gentlemen who are at the top and seeing that things done. Mr. Gualberto, lately I got to know him, very approachable, very sincere. And then the OC, Mr. Juanito, same thing. And so I think that the leaders themselves, it trickles down to the other police, the ranks. And so I want to say that the community should be seeing the police as friends. Our officer just mentioned that not a few, like any institution, you'll have these, I would say, rotten tomatoes. Let's be real. There will be. And it's for them now to see how they can let them go. That's for them. That's their responsibility. But we, as the CEC, as the advisory, if anybody knows about it, about anything that is, it comes to us. And I usually tell them, put it in writing and have your signature. So that it will be something that I won't be saying, it's your saying, but we are the bridge between the police and the citizens. So coming back to your question, I want to say that we need to work with our children, our youth, and overall with our citizens. Education is very important.
Is there more good than bad, or more bad than good, Mr. Chi? Tell me.
Well, that's a good question, because at times you'll see as more bad, at times you see things are very good.
You think so?
But I would say definitely there are a lot of things that are good.
I think there is more good than bad.
Yeah.
Only that the bad, when that happens, they blow the whole thing and they hide the good point. No?
I usually see that sometimes you have a T-shirt, whatever color is, but if you would just put a blob of ink that's what people will see, and it's la mancha in la playera.
Okay. Okay then. We're going to wrap up now, and I want to ask Superintendent to
Mr.
unless you
Mande,
have something else to.
Just want to share that we need to give our hats off to these people who are
They are
the
members of the
executive
advisory committee?
members, and as has been rightly mentioned, there are a lot of people who are not in the executive, they are supportive of the CEC. And so I already mentioned you as our president. Then we have Mr. Garcia here as the Northern Regional Commander, is it?
Yes, Commander.
And then we have Mr. Juanito Cocom, who is the OC for Injuac District.
Yeah.
Then we have Mr. Isidro Yam, who is also a sergeant who is part of us right there at the executive. Then Mr. Erwin Kanul
Yeah.
part as well. Then we have, I think he is a corporal, no?
Yes,
Erwin.
yes, Corporal
Erwin,
Kanul, yes, yes.
And then we have Miss Marta.
Marta
I think
Lopez.
she is watching. She's a member. Then we have Mr. Ricardo Castillo as a member as well.
Okay.
Mr. Mario Mosa is our treasurer.
Otro Benque.
Miss Aleida Colindres is our assistant
San
secretary.
Lazaro.
And then we have a member, Agripina Carrillo. We have
We have Sandra, remember?
yes, Sandra Flores.
Flores.
Then we have Roberto Bobadilla, member
Bobadilla.
as well, and then we have Miss Patty Bobadilla as secretary.
And a few others, and a few others that are not listed
Yes,
right
and
now.
sorry if I didn't mention, but I
Uh-huh,
have my little
uh-huh,
paper here,
uh-huh,
and I'm guiding myself by this.
Uh-huh.
But then we have a whole lot of people who are very active. I am seeing you mention a few of those, but yes, definitely we
Yeah, because our next advisory committee meeting will be on the last Thursday of this month.
Yes.
It's around the 27th.
So
more or
if
less, around
anybody is interested, my number is 614-4210, and you can get in touch with me or any of the officers and or members, and then you can be part of us there with your ideas. I want to say we need to make a change for our
And
community.
before I forget, Maestro, we have in the month of December a fundraising activity that we're going to be calling on everybody to help us.
Yes.
All right, so we can have
And,
funds.
and at
for-
the end
for
of this October, we have a barbecue
end of this
sale.
October, right?
Yes.
The last Saturday in October, something
want
like
to
that.
have
yes.
a barbecue, and we want to have
That's
it
right,
big.
something like that,
And
something
if
like that.
anybody would want to join us and in buying
Tickets, no?
then get
To
in
help
touch with
us sell it, no?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay, but
Thank you.
we'll give more information as
Yes.
time goes on, no?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chi. Superintendent, can we have your last words, please?
Well, sir, from my side, I would just like to say thank you to the citizens who are members of the CSE, of the committees, both in the Orange Walk District and the Corozal District. I know that it takes time out of your precious time for you to come and deal with issues affecting your community, and I appreciate that as much as I can. I also want to say thank you to the parents of all our youth cadets, our little boys and girls who come and train every single day. I know that they are looking forward for the 21st parade, because they want to go and show off their drills.
yes,
they want to
yes.
go and show off their uniforms,
Oh, yes.
for which I know that their parents have worked hard, very hard,
Yeah,
for them to
yeah.
look good.
Okay.
And for that parents in the Corozal District and the Orange Walk District, and also the officers that every single day find time to be out there with these kids, with these little boys and girls, thank you very much for all the hard work that you guys are doing. But to finish off tonight, I would just like to say that the police department is here to provide the protection of life and property. That is our most important function as police officers. But at the same time, you as the citizens, you need to have responsibility. The September celebrations are upon us. The 21st is the biggest day here in Orange Walk. Even worse because the 20th night we have the official flag raising.
Oh, yes,
and
yes,
that will
yes.
go straight into the famous Juve.
Yeah.
And then from that, then we will have the big carnival on the 21st day
21st
itself.
in the
So
afternoon.
all I'm asking is our citizens of the two districts, Orange Walk and Corozal, for you to go there and party and have fun, but in a responsible manner. Don't drink and drive. You are riding a motorcycle, please use a proper helmet. I see a lot of people riding with these hard hats that you use like for BSI.
Okay.
If you get an accident, that is the first thing that will fly off your head. So you don't get any protection. You're fooling yourselves. But
Very good.
the
Very
Belize
good.
Police Department, the Orange Walk formation, the Corozal formation, we are ready to serve. Like I said, we are not perfect, but we give you the assurance that whenever you need our help, we are there to assist you. Our resources are limited. We cannot run from that. But I know that my commanders, Mr. Kokom and Mr. Lopez in Corozal, they do the best that they can do for our districts, for our people in the Orange Walk and Corozal district, for them to get the police services that they deserve. Because it is our job, and I know that until the end, we will continue doing that once we are police officers, as we are vested with that duty to serve our communities here in Orange Walk and the Corozal. So to everybody at home, watching, listening, I just want to say thank you for all the support that you have given us to our officers in good and in bad times, and we appreciate you. But like I said, community policing is the way to go. We cannot do this on our own. And thanks to the members of the CAC again, because with you, we are in a better position to bridge the gap between us and our community. So once more, thank you and good night.
Thank you, Superintendent. Maestro, may I have your last words, please?
Well, first of all, thanks for viewing. Thank you for the our community that is out there listening and viewing, and so you can make you can be part of the change, to make the change, and so you need to be as well active. We want your support. And we definitely, we involve, if we can get involved, then definitely we can make a change. And so with this, I want to say good night and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Chief. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, before we leave, I want to say a special thanks to Ms. Kami from here, from CTV3, for allowing us to be here. And to the technicians, thank you very much for what you do for us, and to all of you for having watched this program. We invite you to join us again next month. Around the ending of October, we will have the other one coming for you, and we want you to join us, all right? So I want to tell you all, valiant and bold, proud and strong, Belize rebounds at 41. Enjoy your celebrations. Enjoy Independence Day safely and in peace. Have a happy celebration. Buenas noches. Gracias. Thank you. Thank you very much.